We had no release management process at all. There were a couple of like haphazard wiki documents and people's permissions were scattered. The only portion we really had automated was like the actual build cut. But from there, people were uploading binaries and managing like the state of the release throughout the week. And then obviously if there were hot fixes, that was a whole big kerfuffle. We had a spreadsheet for like hotfix requests, and we would have hotfix requests with a high frequency, and that all had to be managed by hand, right? And then we have a whole suite of regression tests, and that was a separate document that also had to be orchestrated. And then kind of like one of the biggest pain points was we have a high number of business units at SoFi. We do a lot. And so everybody would want to know, where's the release at? How are we doing? And so someone was always fielding questions constantly, having to look up stuff. For God forbid somebody was out who was trying to run the release for that week, because then someone else would have to take over and completely context switch, and it would basically halt their entire work week. We finally identified the need for a real release management practice, and things have been a lot better since we actually implemented one. We were averaging probably about 2.5 days a week of engineering time, like just managing the release, managing hot fixes, dealing with spreadsheets, like I mentioned, across all our regression testing, and then fielding questions. That has been cut down to now maybe like an hour a week on like everything's fine, no hot fixes week. I'm a part of the mobile core team at SoFi, and this subgroup manages the release. If anyone does bring us a hot fix, it's usually a matter of merging their merge request into the release branch that was previously cut, and then recutting that branch. And then from there, we have an automated process that builds the binaries, uploads the binaries, and then using Runway, everything else is hands off from there. The regression tests are executed, and are marked in our release management tool. Business unit product owners sign off on releases, and assuming everything is green and everything looks good, it automatically gets submitted to the store and released. And then as the apps roll out, if anything terrible or scary happens, we've got automation in place that will pause those rollouts so that we can examine anything that may have potentially gone wrong and fix them, or maybe it's a false flag and we let it keep going. Super cut back on the amount of manual effort, which again allows the engineers on the mobile core team to continue building out the platform style work that we do for enabling the rest of SoFi's mobile engineers to do the good work that they do. The director of the mobile organization puts out this survey to all of the mobile developers, and he really hounds to make sure everybody gets through it. And there was a whole section about releases. We saw a 14% increase in positive responses to the question, the mobile release process is easy to understand, and an 18% increase in the question, I know where to find information and updates on mobile releases. So those are like hard numbers from a survey that we ran before a new release management process was put into place and after. And both of those trend in like the upper 80s now, where before they were quite a bit lower. Like I said, that's across all engineers, mobile engineers at SoFi, not just the mobile core team. So it's not just the people managing the releases that are feeling the benefits of having a new process in place.